did in terms of Bobby Ferguson and the rest of them, the king of graft was Ed McNamara, and Ed McNamara was the surrogate father. And some people said it was his real daddy, but I think that was rumor of Duggan. But then what they will do is they hold people to a different standard, no differently than when we talk about gender, because a woman who is aggressive, you see, is a bitch, and a man who is aggressive is assertive in being a good boss. A woman sitting at a bar by herself is propositioning potentially. We call it a prostitute. A man sitting at a bar is not going to be looked at as being a prostitute. So within gender, it is still the same difference as race. It's a double standard, but it's reality of America. It's a double standard.
See, that's the reality. Image conscious, and it's hard to break through that image and find out what's really going on.
What Kwame didn't understand was his sense of entitlement that came from a political family. He didn't understand at the end of the day, like Michael Jackson, you know, who ended up thinking, I don't know what he was thinking, but at the end of the day, Michael Jackson had the fruit of Islam guarding him, going through Harlem, holding up a sign saying that, what's his name, the Italian guy, used the word nigger. Now, he had that sign going through Harlem, and when he did that, they said, oh, wait a second, now we have to teach him a really important lesson, and he's dead today. And he has psychological issues, too. So it is a very tricky game.
It's a very tricky game. It's a very tricky game. And they will come after you. And they will come after you. I mean, they tried to come after Obama, but he was squeaky clean.
They even said he wasn't an American. Yes, and they're still questioning his citizenship. They insulted, called him a liar before a sitting Congress, which was treasonous.
But you see how he handled it. He handled it the way he was able to, okay, I come in here, I got my license, I think I'm American. The way he presented himself was such that even the white people had to accept it.
Right, that's
you know
true.
What I'm saying?
That is so true.
So what I'm saying is the
So we elected him in white America because he was more qualified.
Yes, he was more qualified. That's why we elected him. He was better at the game than they were.
But Ed Duggan, you see in the black community, that is still the mindset, and I have seen it, but I was tested with my grandfather. You see, when my grandfather was in the hospital and he had to go to emergency in Henry Ford, and I didn't know who the doctor was going to be. And there was a white man coming by and a black man coming by, and I thought to myself, I said that I hope that the black man will be my grandfather's doctor, because I know whatever he went through, if he came out of medical school, he must be awfully good, because I'm sure he did everything to keep him on the bottom, but he rose to the top to be his doctor. So that was my test. But I know that there are other black people,
like most black people,
that feel that white ice
is better.
Is colder than.
Remember Beaver said that?
You never take your car. You never take your car to a black mechanic, right?
Right.
You never take your. You never have a
and Joe black
mechanic come in and work on your plumbing,
black
right?
people, when you really think about it, okay? Because even when I worked with my mother's record label, the person that was on nemesis was a Jewish man. And the black
marketing of evil.
Even though we
and
not that we don't
get it if you can. And because he came to my office and showed me the final points of this book called The What?
Marketing of Evil.
So I believe
the marketing
if it was left up to black folks, we wouldn't have a black president.
Well, I don't know. I believe that too. I think it was a confluence.
When did you black folks, we wouldn't have a black.
But see, it was a confluence of events. It was the internet, these young people coming up, and the white presidents had done so bad morally that they needed someone to set a higher moral standard, and Obama was able to do it. That's what it was.
And not all white people are prejudiced either.
We don't have enough tools to make a discerning decision.
So that, I think, is another stereotype that people assume that all white people only look at race. No, white people there are many kind white people that know injustice. It's just that.
With the civil rights movement, many white people.
There's a lot of white people that didn't go for that.
And died.
They walked.
But white people know. They can see, okay, if this person is president, what's the scenario is going to fall out? If I hire this person as president, what's the scenario is going to fall out? You know, they have I don't say ability, but they have the history of the way the country works.
Right.
The businesses, the politics. You know, Obama had a hard time because he wouldn't sit down with the Congress. He wouldn't invite him to dinner. He would stay home with his wife and children and have dinner. I said, why isn't he having dinner with everybody? You know, why isn't he engaging himself with the rest of the congressmen?
Like Lyndon Johnson,
yes.
somebody like that.
The whole idea of politics in this country is something that we aren't as savvy at, most of us, as white people are. Because it's their game.
They created the laws. Yeah. See, that's the whole thing. You know, you got to understand.
When they have this black man come in and do it better than them, wait a minute.
Right.
You know, maybe we should get this dude on our side as well.
You see, a lot of black people don't understand that's the advantage we got. They'll know their history, but they'll be ignorant of ours. But we can know their history because if we know ours too, we can be twice as savvy as they are. You know?
They said the people that put Obama in were white women, and then they said that why would a white woman not support the white man? I said because white women tend to be married to white men, and they knew him.
That's true. That's true.
They said they knew exactly where he was coming from. They married to a white man. They knew his tricks and everything else.
A couple of really controversial things. You talked about abortion. That was really controversial. White women are for abortion. Most white women in America. You talk about homosexuality.
Right.
That group of people. See, what Obama was able to do is to take these different factions.
That group of people.
A group of people who are homosexual. Believe in homosexual rights or laws like marriage for same sex. You know, them to have the ability for them to have children. All those type of things. They knew that Obama was more likely to be in favor of those things than who was the guy?
Romney.
Romney,
yes. Who came from a Mormon background, you know, and had just a different whole moral perspective.
It was a choice that you had.
Wait a minute.
You had these two choices.
Wait a minute.
Which one is going to be more in my favor?
Romney was
going
for
to be a
that.
lesser of two evils.
Romney was for that. He passed. Matter of fact, his state was the first state to go.
Yeah, but I think
same-sex marriage.
Yeah, but I think
and he went along with abortion.
Was that Obama was viewed as a more progressive candidate in general. Now, of course, even among a conservative, unless you're a damn fool like Clarence Thomas, that even conservatives are not just totally everything they do doesn't have any sort of liberal sensitivity to it. So I think that Obama was viewed as the nicer, smarter candidate, and I think that Romney was looked upon as being a potential white people.
So potential white people who would say anything to get into office.
Right, they would say anything to get into office. And people saw through him, and then he wasn't really the brightest man either, though. I mean,
would you have voted for Romney?
No. I couldn't vote for either one.
You couldn't vote for either one of them.
What I really think that killed Romney was when they started showing that he was out of touch.
Right.
Rich and he's out of touch. That killed him. That was the thing. Because quite frankly, I think he would have made a good president. Okay.
Who was that?
Romney. I really do. No, I don't think he would have catered. See, I actually thought
better.
I thought.
And
who did?
Romney.
Let me finish a sentence.
Romney has
go ahead.
Much better credentials.
When it comes to see, a lot of the issues was about the country economics.
Right.
That's what he specialized in. Taking bad companies, turning them around, making them profitable.
Well, why did he
specialized
take the car company
Obama has never had experience in that.
But Romney took that car company over
He was going to let the car industry go bankrupt.
Yeah, sure was.
He was going to support them. He was voting against that.
Yeah.
But the difference between Romney and Obama is that, I'm grateful that you have this experience in turning around bad companies, is that Obama is a tactician, is an analyst. He's able to bring all the people together who have the ability to make, it's a team, a government is based on individuals coming together and functioning.
Well,
Romney would have been more of a dictator.
Right.
He would have been someone telling you, he already gave you the example of how his personality was to be. he said that if you didn't perform, I'm going to fire you.
Right. He was
Now,
cruel.
government is not run like a business. It's
Right.
a matter of cooperation with various departments.
Yes.
Some people are going to fail. Obama is considered to be great because even though you screwed up, I'm responsible. And that what makes a great leader is that I take on the responsibility. Romney would have said, you screwed up, you're fired.
You gotta look at what wins elections.
What Obama did, that's why he
Yes. What wins, not business savvy. That doesn't win the elections. Emotional content wins elections. A war hero would win election because he may know nothing about how to run a country, how to do business.
What's didn't win. They thought he was going to win. Guy from Arizona.
Won't do it.
But
McCain, they thought McCain was going to be able to win.
That won't do it.
That didn't happen.
But I'm saying
that can be an asset at times,
yes.
because look at what happened with Eisenhower.
Yes.
So it depends on the
elections are not won and lost today.
Connected with, because not
Mark,
all these wars
elections are won and lost today.
Huh?
See,
elections are not won.
What you said they bought and sold?
See, as elections,
they're appointed.
These wars that have been
People are picked, and that's that.
You still take people to vote.
No.
It still takes people to.
That's been proven that don't work. You can still election. Bush proved that.
Bush.
You can
with
still
the whole
election.
idea of the electoral college versus popular vote.
Right.
What Obama did, he won both. That was the issue.
Yes.
He won where Bush, the electoral college,
You forget that. Man.
elected him, where the popular vote was against him.
Yeah.
So
You can forget
one trumps the other. But if you win them both, that's almost like a mandate saying, "Hey, this people want this guy. So we need to get on board with this."
Right.
That's what Obama did.
And see, people around the world.
But one thing about Obama, I didn't expect him to be droning people. I didn't expect him to be droning people. I didn't expect him to be going after Osama bin Laden with this. That was unexpected. I never saw that coming.
Nah, I figured he had to be tough,
Obama, he ain't no joke.
That's what I'm saying.
He ain't no
Where's
joke.
Kalisha?
Now, I knew you had to be tough, because he came across as somewhat of an effete intellectual, like Adlai Stevenson. So you had to do something to show you had some kind of muscle, because he wasn't the type of guy, like Bush, that looks like, captain of the football team or nothing like that, So I understood what he did and why he did it.
But he's a player. He was willing to take certain risks, and.
Well, we gotta go buy this thing. Record store clothes. Okay. See you later. See you later.
See you later.
Yes.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Okay, we'll be back later.
Right.
What you guys want? You supposed to be going to Kwanzaa.
Hey man, it was nice talking with you.
Nice talking with you, Greg.
Okay, I'll talk to you later. Bye.
God bless you.
Tariq didn't want to leave the church.